Positive Gains is back, and our special guest today is Javianne Oliver. She will be going to Tokyo very soon, competing in the 100-meter dash. Javianne, thanks for joining today.
Thank you for having me.
So before we get started and, all the exciting things that are, going to happen for you in Tokyo, I kind of wanted to go way back real early and, exactly how you got started into track and field.
So basically, I grew up with a whole bunch of guys, and we used to just race all the time, like just for fun. I'm from the country, so that's all we do. So I decided in middle school I was just going to give it a try. I was like, I felt fast, so I decided to give it a try. The first day at practice, I didn't enjoy it. I asked one of my parents to come pick me up, and my dad said no, and that's honestly how it stuck. So after a few competitions, I realized I actually enjoyed the sport, and then went to high school, started to enjoy it more then it went from there.
So what was it in high school that you kind of started to really like it, or, was it earlier?
More so in high school when I had more of a team and it was a little more serious and we had more competition. So probably my freshman year is when I really started to enjoy it.
And was that year round for you, or did you grow up playing other sports, or did you just focus on track and field?
Not in Georgia. When I was in high school, we just had outdoor season, and the other times I was a cheerleader for basketball and football.
Okay. And so then you started out getting a scholarship, right, to the University of North Carolina?
Yes.
And then you leave and then you go to Kentucky?
Yeah.
So tell me about Kentucky. How was that? Because Kentucky, is known obviously football, but they produce a whole lot of athletes, track and field, basketball. So what was your time like over there?
It was great. I was there when I had teammates like Desiree Bryan and Kenny Harrison, and it was just a really steep team. I think my first year there, we came second at outdoor nationals. So I mean, it was a really good team, and I worked with Coach Flo, but he's at Texas now. But I mean, it was a great experience. It was hard. Collegiate track in the SEC was a lot harder than the ACC. So just to adjust to the different conference and everything like that, I mean, it was a good experience. It was really hard. So it kind of set me up for, more competitors the older I got into like the professional world.
How hard was that jump from high school even just to college? Was that kind of a shell shock for you?
Yeah, because you're not you're not the best one on the line anymore. So um, it took some humbling. I didn't really have a great experience at UNC. I love the school, just like the track experience wasn't that great for me personally. It was definitely a humbling situation, not being, the top one on the line all the time. You have people from all over the world and different countries who are also the top at their schools and in their state. So once I adjusted to that, I mean, it didn't take me that long, but that's another experience as well.
Right. So what was the process like leading up to, qualifying for the national team? I mean, obviously you kind of feel like, you accomplish a lot as a child, and you go to high school and college, and now you're on, potentially you could be on the biggest stage. So what was that like, just the process behind trying to make it, and where your thought process was at?
Honestly, I was a little all over the place. This was my first outdoor USA nationals. So going into it, I knew that it was a big mental thing. I mean, having 3 rounds within 2 days and some of the best competitors in the world on the line with me every single race. Leading up to it, I mean, I did my regular training, but it was more so my mental. I had to really tap in. I was having a lot of anxiety before even making it to Oregon. So my thing was to make sure that I was mentally prepared before I even got on the plane. So I'd set some time out for myself, and most of it was mental. The physical part was already taken care of. I mean, we worked hard. We did what we had to do. It was all in my head at that point forward.
Yeah, we hear a lot about mental health and things like that. Do they have somebody there that is able to walk the athletes through things, or is that something that you guys kind of have to figure out on your own, like with your own people that you can talk to, or do they provide somebody?
Yeah, they actually provide, they have a lot of resources for mental health. Actually, I wasn't aware of it. I actually talked to someone that USA Track and Field offers at a couple of meets back. I think the one in California, I spoke to somebody there. And as we're progressing toward Tokyo, I see that there's a lot more resources that I didn't know about, but I mean, they're offering them. We can also go out on our own, but I take advantage of what they offer us.
Okay. And so now, looking forward to Tokyo. Obviously, it's going to be a whirlwind of emotions and different things going on. But what are you most looking forward to? Obviously, besides competing, are you looking forward to just kind of going around, or I don't know if you'll get a chance to look at the different teams, but what are you looking forward to aside from just your own races?
I guess just the experience. I know we're staying in the village, but with all the COVID precautions that we have, I know it's not going to be the same experience as other Olympians had in the past, but I'm just really happy to be there. So whatever experience I can gain, I don't know what to expect at all. I'm just going to enjoy it because I'm there. But I mean, I've never been to Japan either, just to tell people I've been to Tokyo, the Olympics, uh, get to experience the village I always hear about, but I never really seen. So I'm kind of excited for that part.
And then like family and friends, and people that know you, through in and out. What have they been saying? Now that you're going to be on the biggest stage. How are they taking it all in?
Man, everybody's so excited. I mean, of course, like my friends and family are super excited, but my hometown, I'm from a really small town in Georgia called Monroe, and the support I've gotten from them has been great. I mean, I think they're trying to have a parade and they're having watch parties. And I mean, it's just huge. So, I mean, they've always supported me. Everyone's always supported me really well, but now everyone's like really excited. They're excited to know an Olympian and somebody coming from a small nobody hometown finally getting somewhere. So the support's been great. I mean, I can't ask for a better support system.
And you say like a small town and things like that, and I know people tend to get not down, but a lot of people feel like, well, there's not, this person didn't go to my high school or they're not from my area, so I'm not gonna make it. I don't want to say you felt like that, but obviously being from a small town, um, did you have some of those type of thoughts that, doubts basically that, I don't come from the biggest city, the biggest market. Am I going to make it?
Yeah, I did. And then once I realized that some other athletes come from small towns, it's not always,
Mhm.
I think honestly, the smaller knit community really helped me. I think it built me, my character, how much I appreciate things. I feel like coming from a small town kind of pushed me as well, since I have so many supporters who I personally know. I mean, people I went to school with, I typically know their parents too and their kids now. It's just I appreciate coming from a small town. And, I spoke to like maybe like a couple of younger girls who are from my hometown and now they're running track and like they can see me as a role model now. So, I mean, it's just so great that I can do that now because coming from my hometown, I didn't really have that, but I don't think it really stopped much. I just kind of took it step by step, day by day.
That leads me to my next question is advice. What would you say to the younger generation, the next athlete coming up, even if they're not in sports, but they view you as a role model and someone that's making it and making a positive reaching positivity, in and out of the community. What would you say to them?
I think I would tell them that to follow their path. I know, like coming out of high school or coming out of college, I didn't have like a contract, or I wasn't the best coming out of college professionally or anything like that. But you have to stay your path. You have to stay focused. I worried about myself and what I wanted. I didn't try to worry about the next person or who's ahead of me, who's behind me. As long as you stay focused on what you want, it doesn't matter how someone else's path is going. As long as you focus on yours and go toward what you want. I mean, I think that was my biggest thing. I always tell people to like, when it's you, it's really just you versus you, me versus me. Like, don't worry about everything going on around you. And that's really helped me throughout the years.
So like again, the big one now, obviously, like we said, you're going off, you're aspiring to bring home the gold. Um, which everyone's hoping for you. Do you feel pressure, or are you just kind of, like you said, taking it all in and you're just gonna race your race and what happens happens? Do you feel any pressure
Um,
though?
yeah, I did. But then, speaking with my coach, he's like, we're going to take these races as just another track meet. And that's how I went to nationals. I was super anxious. I was super nervous. And he's like, take each meet and each race as just a regular race. This is a regular track meet. So I know it's really big, but that's how I take it in. I'm like, at the end of the day, I've done all I could this season. I've worked really hard. I prepare myself the best way I can. And once I get to the track, I mean, it is what it is. Um, so the pressure like was on me, but then I took it off because I mean, it is what it is. However I perform, I mean, I did all I could this year. This is the best year in track I've ever had in my life. So, I'm just going out there and doing everything I can, everything my coach has told me to do, and we're just gonna put on a show.
And lastly, when you're not training and you're not on the field, what do you like to do in your downtime?
I'm kind of nerdy, so I like to play The Sims. It's a computer game. I love The Sims. I mean, that takes up a lot of my time just because it's just really I just get to live a totally different life than what I do. I just have fun doing that. I kind of watched a few TV shows. I'm not really into like a lot of long series, but I might put something on. Like I like TLC. Like I like seeing 600 Pound Life. Just
Yeah.
regular things, just to take my mind off the track. So a lot of the things I do is just honestly just different reality things. Like I like reality TV. I like playing Sims. Just nothing that's track related at all.
Well, that's good. Yeah, you got to find a way to unwind and
Yeah.
have fun. Um, Again, I appreciate you coming on today. Everybody's pulling for you again. Out of your busy schedule. Good luck to you. Enjoy the festivities and all that Tokyo has to offer. And win or lose, I know you've heard it. You're already a winner. So again, thank you for coming on and good luck to you.
Thank you.